What's up, you guys? Gold Pony here today in the 2016 Cadillac Escalade, courtesy of Apple Chevrolet Cadillac in York, PA, and this thing is a beast. Alright, so to start, there is the Escalade, and then there is the Escalade ESV. I am in the ESV today, and basically what that is going to stand for is Extended Stretch Vehicle. And so if you're looking at the regular Escalade, it is going to come in at 204 inches. However, if you're looking at the ESV, like you're looking at right now, this is going to come in at 224 inches, so it's a full 20 inches larger than the regular Escalade. But that is going to give you a lot of more interior room, which I'm going to go over in a little bit. Anyways, to start, there are a few trims available for the Escalade. The first one is going to be the standard trim, and that is going to come in at $72,970. The next one is the luxury. That one's coming in at $79,645. Then there is the premium for $84,145. And lastly, the platinum for $91,950. However, I will say that pricing is for the two-wheel drive version. If you want to go for the four-wheel drive version, that is going to add $2,600 to each of those price tags. But I will say, regardless of those trim levels, the power plant is going to be the same. And that's going to come from a 6.2 liter V8 engine, putting out 420 horsepower at 5,600 RPM and 460 pound-feet of torque at 4,100 RPM. And that power is going to be sent, in this case, to all four wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission. As far as the FPGs go on the Escalade, it is going to come in at 15 in the city, 21 on the highway. Also, another cool feature is this one does have a capless fuel system, so you don't have to worry about the dangling cap that always bounces around and scratches up the paint. So that's pretty cool. Also, another cool thing is this one does have active fuel management as well, so it's going to shut off 4 of the 8 cylinders when you're cruising, decelerating, or stopped. So that's going to help save you some gas money, at least if you're driving the Escalade conservatively. But either way, whether it be the regular Escalade or the ESV, this thing is going to weigh in at roughly 3 tons, so around 6,000 pounds. And so therefore, I think it's necessary that I mention the brakes, which are going to be 4-wheel anti-lock, 4-wheel disc brakes with Duralife rotors. So this typically lasts a little longer than regular rotors would. Also, another cool little interesting fact about this one is you can put a towing package on it and it can tow up to 8,200 pounds. So if you wanted to go for a little boating trip on the weekends, you could bring the Escalade and you can bring the whole family because this has 3 rows of seating. Also, another cool thing I'm looking at right now, there is a heads-up display while I'm driving. So it is going to tell me how fast I'm going, but also there is traffic sign recognition. So I'm coming up to the 40 miles per hour sign right now. It's telling me through my illuminated dash that the speed limit is 40 miles per hour. And that's kind of nice because if you're traveling somewhere you're not familiar with, that's going to hook you up and make sure you don't get any speeding tickets. Also, on that illuminated dash, it's also going to show you a bunch of safety features like forward collision warning, lane departure assist. That's all going to show up on the illuminated dash as well, so that's definitely nice. And now I am about to take this Escalade through some back roads. So it is worth mentioning that the Escalade does come with a magnetic ride control suspension. Basically what that means is that this thing is going to be able to instantly adjust to different driving conditions, creating that better handling when it's really needed. But we'll say as far as the ride goes, it is a pretty smooth ride. As far as visibility goes, this is a large SUV, so there is blind spots at the back 2 corners, but then again, that is what you have all the safety features that are on this one for. So the lane departure warning, the rear cross traffic alert, it's got the little car in the side view mirrors letting you know if there's a car next to you. So before you go merging, that's gonna flash, even if you can't see the car, so that's pretty nice. Now, since I'm at a stop sign here, I'm about to do a quick little acceleration. Let's see how quickly the 2016 Escalade can get up to speed here. It's not that bad considering this car weighs 3 tons, but certainly is not as fast as the Cadillac CT6. But then again, this thing does weigh 6,000 pounds. It's definitely going to be enough for you to merge onto the highway if you need to, so there's definitely no issues there. All right, as far as the exterior goes, let me touch on that a little bit. Up front, there is that massive Cadillac emblem that looks awesome. Definitely like the redesign of that emblem. It looks good. To the sides, LED high beams and low beams come standard on the Escalade. Then there's also IntelliBeam headlamps for the luxury trim and up. Basically what that's going to do is it's going to detect oncoming traffic when you have your high beams on, and it's going to automatically switch that to low beams so you're not blinding the person coming in the opposite direction. So you don't even have to do it. The Escalade is going to do it for you. And of course, with that, there is automatic headlights as well. That's going to automatically turn on the headlights when it starts to get dark out. Then around on the side mirrors are going to come with integrated turn signals, and the wheel setup for the standard trim is going to come with 20-inch 7-spoke chrome wheels, and then every other trim is going to get 22-inch wheels. Of course, there are a ton of different wheel options available. The wheels I I have on this thing right now are black coated, so black on black is definitely an awesome look. Chrome on black looks good too. I think the black looks sportier, at least in my opinion, so I'm a fan. Then also on the side, there's going to be the black assist steps, which definitely helped me get in this beast. Then of course there's the dark tint on the second and third row windows, and there's a nice chrome trim around the windows as well, so that looks good. Then around back, there's going to be LED tail lamps, and you can probably see there's parking sensors as well. And so that's definitely going to help you from hitting things, because the car is going to beep at you if you get too close to another car or object, or person, I guess, as well. Anyway, since I'm around back here, let me pop the hatch, which you can actually do with the key fob if you wanted to. And so there's a decent amount of cargo capacity back here, but you know what? The good thing is that is not enough for you. Those seats do fold down, creating an absolute ton of space, which honestly you could probably live in if you wanted to. As far as cargo capacity goes, for the regular Escalade, it's going to come in at 94.2 cubic feet, but for the Escalade ESV, which is again what I have today, that's going to come in at 120.9 cubic feet, so a very big difference there. Then moving on to that third row seating, as far as the legroom goes, the regular Escalade is going to come in at 24.8 inches, which may be enough for a car seat or a very small child, definitely not an adult though. As far as the third legroom goes for the ESV, this actually wasn't that bad. It comes in at 34.5 inches. So for reference, I'm 6 feet tall. This is how I was able to manage back there. So for a third row seating, that's actually not that bad. Then moving up to the second row, the regular Escalade is going to give you 39 inches. And then for the ESV, it's going to be 39.7 inches, so slightly more. And also in the second row, I like how they have armrests too. That's always a really nice feature. And of course, there are a ton of options on this particular Escalade. There is a rear entertainment center for both the second and the third rows. So you could play movies on there, SpongeBob, whatever. And either way, the kids or me are definitely going to be happy because of that. Another thing that's pretty cool is those back seats do have a lot of climate control options as well, so that's always nice for the passengers. But anyways, moving up to the front here, to get in the Escalade, there is keyless entry, there is remote start as well, which is going to be the little circular button on the key fob there. But if you wanted to get in the Escalade the normal way, simply put your foot on the brake, press the engine start button, and it's going to fire up. Once you got it started, the gauges are going to be a digital display. They're going to be light and dark blue hues. They actually look really, really good, and I like how you can adjust the gauges like I previously said. That's really nice. And everything on the gauges is going to be able to be adjusted through the steering wheel mounted controls. So for instance, you can go to the left here. It's going to show you things like battery voltage, average miles per gallon, tire pressure, oil life, amount of miles until you hit empty. There's going to be a compass, trip information, a bunch of other stuff, or you can simply leave the needle for the RPMs. Then if you go all the way over to the right, that's going to have even more information. It's going to be a bunch of different vehicle options you can scroll through. There's Bluetooth settings. It's going to be once again a compass, and there's audio settings, and once again the needles if you want to keep a clean look. And like I already said, if you go to the middle, you can choose between a digital speed or just simply the needle. As far as the steering wheel goes, it is tilt and telescoping, and it is power adjustable. That's going to be to the left of the steering wheel. I like that it's power adjustable. That's pretty cool. And that steering wheel is heated as well. Anyways, moving on to the seats, they do come 12-way power adjustable. They are a leather and suede finish. It definitely looks nice. It feels comfortable. And then lastly, another thing is there are pedal controls. You can bring the pedals closer to you if you're short, or you can put the pedals further back if you're Yao Ming, which is kind of cool. And that's all going to be power adjustable just to the left of the navigation, which I guess kind of segues me into the 8-inch LED touchscreen display here. And on that, you're going to have a ton of different information. There's going to be the navigation, of course. There's going to be climate control options, Bluetooth. Right now, it's telling me that it's charging my phone through the wireless phone charger on the armrest. I've been using that this whole test drive. That's really nice. Then there's hands-free texting. And of course, when you put the Escalade in reverse, there's going to be a reverse camera as well as a top view camera. So you can see everything on all sides of the car. That's really nice. Anyways, I guess that kind of segues me into safety. So to start, there are front, side, and side curtain airbags. Those rear doors are going to have rear child door locks on them. Then there's going to be front and rear park assist, a StabiliTrak stability control system, tire pressure monitoring system, which I told you about is going to be located on the gauges there. But also on the luxury trim and up, there's going to be lane change alert, lane departure warning, and lane keep assist. Anyways, that is it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay gold.